First, it was an honor, and I was very humbled to have been chosen for this, to be the voice of women and children in the continent. I think for many years, the world and the continent of Africa have been mostly dominated by male figures, and we only remember the existence of women and children when there are sad stories to tell.
When I first received the email to be part of this network, I was actually in my living room with a friend of mine, and I was like, oh wow, look at this cool email I got. And it's by the Gresham Rochelle Trust, and I was really excited about it because it ties really well with what I'm doing now.
Fiquei muito feliz e uma prenda porque eu sempre, ao longo da carreira, me perguntei sobre a forma como a África é mostrada para o mundo, a forma como as mulheres, como as crianças são mostradas. Portanto, o que sai da África é sempre o mais difícil, a guerra, as coisas difíceis, e as pessoas até têm a impressão que a África é só isso, são só dificuldades.
And the other thing was probably something that my friends have already said, but I'll have to say it again. I think most of the times the stories to do with the women and children are told from the perspective of a victim. Most of the times you find story, for you to get a story of a woman on the front page, it's either she's been victimized, a child has been victimized. But we also have positive stories that women have done, achieved a lot, but those stories don't get told. And sometimes when they're told, they're not told from the woman's perspective. It's the men telling the story. Where are the women? I believe we should be those women who should be writing those stories from our perspective as women and telling the women's story and children's stories.
One of the things that used to always kind of frustrate me or disappoint me was when I was a kid, a young girl, I never had a role model, African or Ethiopian role model I can look up to. Our stories are told by others from the Western perspectives and all that. So I used to always think that where are the stories? Where are the stories of these great women we have in Ethiopia and in Africa? And with this kind of network, I'm sure I will be able to tell the untold stories of women in Ethiopia and in Africa.